everybody's doing well, and yes, back at the pad. And I hope, first of all, that you guys can hear me okay, that my little audio upgrade is still doing its job. But yeah, we have a proper sundown at the moment, and it's looking very, very nice tonight. Very lovely on this night before static fire. And once again, can I be heard? Just want to be certain that that is the case. Hello, back to you, Brazil. Thanks for joining us. Yes, I am here at the launch pad in Boca Chica right now, and just prior to the night or the morning of the static fire, you can see we've got people up underneath the booster doing work, as you can see from there. Hello, South Kakalaki, my current home state. And hello, Wiltshire, Latvia. It sounds like everything is coming through clear. Thanks very much. So yeah, I was really not certain as to how things were looking, if things were looking all that promising for a static fire tomorrow. Gwynn Shotwell announced it a few hours ago. That's how we know it's happening, and it's been confirmed by a couple of very solid and reliable sources in spaceflight media. So it's yeah, it was reported once on Twitter, and that's when I reported it. And then shortly thereafter, it was confirmed by other space media sources. So yeah, will it happen? I'd give it a 50-50. In terms of whether or not they'll be able to pull it off without a scrub. There are many complications. Of course, just the sheer act of trying to spin all of these engines up, that itself is going to be very difficult. And the last time they tried to do that, they nearly blew up the rocket. And this was B7, by the way. B7 was the rocket that experienced that. So in any event, it's already gone through. Yep, I'm at Starbase right now. Yeah. And I have a really good location to observe the static fire tomorrow. I've been granted a really fantastic location. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see this in operation. But in any event, yeah, I've got a good spot to observe things, covered area with power and everything else that I need. So yeah, everything is looking ideal. And once again, please like, please subscribe, and thank you so much for your support. So yeah, I'll be going live at about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock Central Time here, and that will be, that's probably considerably earlier. Once again, is it absolutely definitely tomorrow? Of course not. Things could come up, but Gwynn Shotwell once again formally announced today that that they are going to attempt a static fire tomorrow. So, and this has been confirmed by very solid sources in spaceflight media and beyond YouTubers, we'll put it that way, people who are well connected into spaceflight media and don't report on these things unless it's true. So Gwynn Shotwell made the announcement. It has been confirmed. So we are at least they're at least going to attempt the static fire tomorrow. That much has been confirmed. So thanks very much for joining me this evening. I'm very happy to have you guys on board, and over 100 of you at the moment. So obviously there's a huge amount of excitement being generated by this, and indeed it should be, because this is, of course, not just any static fire. This is a static fire from all 33 engines on the most powerful rocket in human history. And this has simply not, something like this has never happened before. So yeah, we'll see if they're able to pull it off. The deluge system is still kind of an unknown factor as to where they are with that. There doesn't seem to be a lot of indication that they've installed it yet, but we don't know for certain. They have confirmed a road closure tomorrow. That has been confirmed. Also, ahead of time, in advance of all those road closures, they also gave their exclusion zone, announced an exclusion zone for testing, which is something that they do on a regular basis. So thank you so much, Stewie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thanks, guys. Once again, this is what keeps me going, and this is what allows me to be here. There may be a hailstorm of concrete. It seems very likely they've treated the concrete with a special substance that allows it to resist. And why I forget exactly what that is called. I just talked about it a couple of videos ago. But usually NASA puts about a 5-inch thick coating worth of the stuff onto the concrete in a flame trench. I don't know if they've been able to afford that thus far. Robert, thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I feel very fortunate that my sources out here who told me that a static fire was very likely either today or tomorrow, or at least sometime this week. They seem to have been correct. And by the way, the source that I'm talking about is Mars Express. Mars Express. He puts out a daily time lapse of everything that goes on here at Starbase here at the pad. And it's a really cool thing to watch. Very high quality photographs, by the way, that he processes and uploads every single day. And please head on over to his channel, give him a watch, give him a like and a subscribe. Because I'll tell you, his channel, of course, is barely over 1,000 subscribers. Could probably use some help. And I love those time-lapse photography things. As a matter of fact, I use them in my videos all the time. Thanks so much, Brian, for the Canadian, the $5 or no, $7 Canadian. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm super happy to be here. Let me tell you, very stoked indeed. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, if this goes well, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more wandering, if you don't mind. And if this goes well, then we are definitely looking at a launch attempt. And wow, thank you so much, Gunnar. Really do appreciate your support. If this goes well, then yeah, we are definitely looking at a launch attempt in March. So there's a big, yes, Mars Embassy. That's correct, Mars Embassy. If I said something different than that, I apologize. Mars Embassy is the guy. He's definitely the guy, the go-to guy for these awesome daily time-lapse photography pieces on everything that's happening here at Starbase. And I will be I will be covering the launch from a location in the hotel where he has lots of cameras set up and such. So once again, because of his generous support, that's how I'll be able to bring you some good quality imagery of what's going on. So yeah, Tattoo definitely on the line. We'll see what happens in that regard. I'm going to go ahead and backtrack a bit, see if I can hike up onto the dunes here and give you guys another perspective. So on my way back, I'm going to try to bypass. There's a couple of camera bunkers here. Want to try to avoid those, of course. So on my way back, thank you so much. Middle, really do appreciate the $10. Thanks so much. You guys are fantastic tonight. Really do appreciate that help. Makes a massive difference to my ability to do these kinds of things. So I'm going to backtrack a bit. By the way, in case you're interested, there's the ocean right down there. So everything is, the beach is right by the pad. And of course, those of you who are familiar with the geography of the area, you should be familiar with what the area looks like. So climbing back up. Some of you may be familiar with this famous sign here. Lasky, thank you so much. Boy, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for your support. So once again, here we go. Now we've got Superheavy and S25 in the background. Kind of a neat view there. Looking pretty lovely. See if we can hike a bit around the dunes and give you guys a look from another perspective. Really beautiful night. Definitely a gorgeous time to be seeing this. So once again, to emphasize, static fire attempt tomorrow. Static fire attempt tomorrow. And can't waste it. Yes, I think they will retire the booster after the static fire. B7 has been through a lot. And if they want a successful launch, if they want this booster to actually get to space, or at least get more than a few hundred meters off the pad, I would say they'd be safer going with a fresh booster as opposed to the booster that's gone through all of this abuse. Oh, we have a new angry advocate. Thank you so much for being a part of our family. And we have just so you know, we have an invitation for you to join our Discord group, which allows you to communicate with me directly, number one. Also talk to a wonderful group of extremely knowledgeable people, many of whom are directly involved in the industry, who work for a lot of prominent spaceflight providers, launch providers, etc. And in addition to that, also some unique content that I've been uploading, exclusive content that I've been uploading from all the photography I've been doing. Yeah, once again, Mars Embassy providing us with a lot of the footage and everything, and tomorrow he'll be providing me with providing a lot of the footage. I'm the one actually shooting this at the moment, just on my own out here, but looks very nice indeed. Get a close in real quick on S25 sitting out there, all black silhouette, of course, because of all of the heat tiles that you've got on that side of the ship. So yeah, and yes, it is indeed windy. I hope the wind is not too bad for you guys right now. This microphone has been proven to be a lot more viable in terms of the wind and what it's able to deal with. But yeah, so you'll be able to join our Discord group if you become an angry advocate by just hitting that little join button, or also become part of or on Patreon. That's another way to do it. Yeah, that is. Hold on. I apologize. Hello, guys. Hello. Didn't mean to hit that, but there we go. Just to prove that it's me actually taking this. Good to see you guys. Okay. And by the way, I am not actually this far away from whatever perspective you guys are looking at right now. It is quite quite amazing. Yeah, well, the thing of it is, if they're going to make something fly, regardless of whether it's mature or not, they're still in order to make it fly, they have to go through the crusher process in order to demonstrate the structural stability and viability of whatever they're going to try to fly with in order for the FAA to approve a launch license. By the way, there's the chopsticks. Very cool thing indeed. And at some point, at least the plan is for these to ultimately start catching boosters. I've heard rumors that it's possible that they may even try to catch the first booster rather than have it settle down into the ocean. There's a lot of speculation about that as to whether or not Elon may try to just grab the booster right off the bat. Once again, guys, please like and please subscribe. Once again, I am crawling my way towards that 100,000. So getting super close at about halfway through that 10,000 subscriber home stretch. Thank you, Richard, for the tenor. Really do appreciate that. Super excited. Thank you so much for joining the Angry Advocates. Really do appreciate you becoming a part of our family. And yeah, once again, lots of benefits to that, and the most significant of which is the opportunity to talk to a lot of people who are really active in the industry, who are part of my team of supporters on Discord. A lot of really fantastic people who know a lot about this stuff. Frankly, when it comes down to it, especially in regards to what's happening out here, they know a lot more than I do. Anytime I do anything about Boca Chica, I don't do anything until I consult with my team, until I consult with a team of people who really know their rocket science, who really are a lot of them very dedicated tank watchers. Given the broad scope of things that I cover, covering everything from British space flight to antimatter propulsion. I don't have the knowledge that some of these folks do when we're talking about the in-depth tank watching people. So they give me a lot of good information before I will release a video about the topic. And I'll tell you, shout out to my team. They are fantastic indeed. Hello back to you, South Africa. Really do appreciate you checking in. So yeah, we have that. It's been an interesting kind of last-minute fire drill, so to speak, on getting the suppression system, the sound suppression system out here. It is actually a Cape Canaveral based, of course, sound suppression system. That's where it was originally. Although the one missing detail is the water tower. There is, of course, no water tower here, and so that's been a subject of intense speculation as to where the hell are they going to put the colossal amount of water that you need for a sound suppression system for a rocket this huge. It's a good question indeed. Thank you so much, Eric. Really do appreciate the €5. It's fantastic. You guys have been really wonderful tonight. Really do appreciate it. Just a lovely night to be filming out here. Very, very beautiful indeed. I'm going to go ahead and hike a little bit more out into the dunes and see if I can get another perspective for you guys. Get another look. Hike over in this direction for a bit. A little further out over the dunes. Try to get another look from another perspective. All right. Okay. That's nice indeed, yes. I like that. As you can see, everything just looking gorgeous tonight. What a beautiful, beautiful view. We have the weather really cooperating. We had lots of rain and fog and such earlier today, but man, things have improved dramatically, beautifully out here. Very, very pretty indeed. So looking, that's possible. Also, they may decide to put a catch tower out here instead of just using that one, which is more the chopsticks being more utilitarian. I've heard some theories about that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate you watching for as long as you have. Thank you so much. And by the way, in case you're interested, way out there, if I can get a look at that, way out there, those are the manufacturing buildings. That's actually Starbase out there, and Stargate, etc. The various high bays and such for the actual vehicles dedicated to both the orbiters and the boosters, the super heavy boosters. So it's a bit of a distance away, but it's not an insane distance. It's really not that far down the road, but a considerable distance in the event of an RUD. They're far enough away to avoid any sort of danger. So, wow, just a lovely night. Very lovely indeed to be out here. Just gorgeous. So in any event, once again, all of this because of you guys. I wouldn't be here at all without you guys. So yeah, super heavy, an S15 in the background. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate the ongoing support that's coming in. You guys are just awesome. Idea, meet up with another smaller YouTube, have some live commentary. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do another. Of course, Alien Space is not that much smaller than my channel, but we're gonna do a little bit more podcasting together here soon. So that should make for an exciting thing. And yeah, it is gorgeous out here. Once again, I mean, I certainly don't have any sort of photography skills or anything. It's just the natural landscape and the sun providing me with this magnificent view. And all you have to do is just kind of point the camera in the right direction. 117,000 gallons for the 4 tanks that have recently been installed. The thing of it is, I don't know if that's enough. To me, that doesn't seem to be nearly enough compared to the amount that they use for the shuttle and for SLS. Now, it might be enough for a static fire, I suppose, assuming that they wanted to try to install that beforehand. But I don't know about a full-fledged launch of a rocket this huge. But never can tell. Never can tell. A lot of plans have obviously changed over the years. There's no question about that. There have been many, many changes to the plans here, most significant of which was a saltwater treatment plant, which is going to be absolutely massive and have huge energy requirements. That is no longer the case. Yes, I'm aware that Jessica Kirsch is trying to find me, and my intention is to meet with Jessica sometime after the static fire. I'll be reaching out to her, so I can actually give her a little bit of my time as opposed to trying to fit her in right now in the midst of all the chaos. Certainly wouldn't want to make her feel rushed or anything while we were meeting up. So I'll be doing that afterwards. And definitely excited about everything that's going on right now and the opportunity of meeting more people. Yes, I've heard that. I've seen some of Jessica's work actually. Yeah, she is a lovely person from what I understand. So yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting her while I'm out here, definitely. All right, let's see here. Wow, this is a neat perspective. I don't actually wander this far south under most circumstances. By the way, right over there is Mexico. You got the Rio Grande right over there. And yes, it is confirmed we have a 33 engine static fire attempt. We need to emphasize attempt. Anything could come up to screw it up or to cause a scrub, but nevertheless, we do have a 33 engine static fire attempt scheduled for tomorrow. Again, this is per Gwynn Shotwell, not from Elon, not from anybody who's a little bit more separated from it. And unfortunately, as we all know, Elon is a bit separated from what's going on because of his Twitter pursuits. But no, it's Gwynn Shotwell who's provided that information, and that has been confirmed by a lot of prominent individuals in the spaceflight journalist arena. So yeah, that's at least an attempt is scheduled for tomorrow, and I'm going to be set up to film it, to provide you guys with some footage and also commentary. Have a really good location that's been made available to me by the Holiday Inn down here in at South Padre Island. Very nice folks who are giving me this opportunity, so I am very much looking forward to it. And yeah, there's a little question in my mind. I think there's a good chance that Elon will be here tomorrow or even tonight. And I guess we just there's a new status that just came up. Not sure exactly. That's from Visit Boca Chica. Not sure what the current status is or what was just announced. It just came popping up from Mars Embassy, but I'm filming this right now, so I can't really check what the message was. Mars Embassy, if you happen to be on this live stream with us, feel free to put it in the chat as to what's developed. There may have been a new development with the static fire. Okay, there we go. Tomorrow's test window. Yeah, from the time period that they're going to shut the road from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't think I'll be broadcasting at 8 a.m. It seems highly unlikely to me that they're going to attempt to do the static fire that early. But nevertheless, I think that I'd say more probably around noon or a little bit later that it may take place. Once again, that's all a guess. And since this is testing, we really don't know what the long term, or just how long it's going to take for them to set it up, what unforeseen problems may take place, unforeseen circumstances, and so as a result, it's something we're always going to have to keep in mind as the day progresses. But I will be there through the thick of it with you guys for hours, and very excited indeed about what's going on. Thank you so much, Marsky. Really do appreciate your support. Once again, you guys are simply awesome today. Awesome indeed. Visit Boca Chica doesn't get pre-published stuff. And once again, this was per Gwen Shotwell and her announcements. So that was the source I think that they got that from. So in any event, but right now, as you can see, let me go ahead and zoom in a bit. As you can see, we have some activity going on underneath the booster at the moment. Work going on currently, and that I suspect will be going on all night. So as they prepare for this historic event. And by the way, out there's Starbase, the high bays, etc., where everything is being worked on, everything is kept and stacked. A lot going on out there. By the way, at some point, I intend to do a live stream from the Rocket Garden, so you guys can get a clear view of everything that's sitting out there, including S24. We don't know about the duration of the static fire. The ideal duration would be about 11 seconds, but that is, they may not try to roll the dice for that long of a static fire. It may only be for a couple of seconds. So that's all kind of subject to more confirmation and well, I don't know. We'll see it happen when it happens. I will be very delighted if it's a full 11 seconds. That would be an amazing thing indeed to see. But there are many possibilities here. Once again, nothing this powerful has ever been fired up before. A propulsion system like this, it's beyond the capabilities and beyond the scope of anything that's ever been fired up before. Gary Seven, yep, is Gary Seven up on the? Glad to have a original series Star Trek fan on there. Got Gary Seven messing with the engines or something like that. So yeah, it's we have no idea what's going to happen, and there's of course SpaceX isn't really sure what's going to happen either. This is a uniquely powerful propulsion system, and as a result, we can't say for certain what the results are going to be. So yeah, this is beyond exciting. There's no question about that. I'll probably be going offline here in a little bit. I want to go ahead and actually shoot some real footage of everything that happens here just prior to sundown, just so we can get a full perspective, just get a before and after, so to speak. What percentages in terms of success? I give it depends on what we call success. The chance of a full-fledged RUD on the pad, maybe 5-10%. We might have some about that high. Again, we've never tried to do something like this before. Thank you so much for the tenor, by the way, Christian. Really do appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, that's possible. I would say, we'd give it 50-50. I'd say there's a 50% chance that the static fire will be successful, but nevertheless will cause sufficient damage to the booster or to the pad that may make them a little concerned or gun shy about going forward with the launch, without further work and further study. I'd say that's about a 50% chance, given the many things that we don't know about Superheavy and about this propulsion system. Yes, we've tested the engines. Yes, they've tested this stuff in terms of, but even a full-fledged 33 engine spin prime has not been successfully tested. I mean, once again, that led to an explosion the last time. So, there's a lot of unknown factors, but I would say there's an equal chance, an even chance that this is going to go well, that this is going to be a thoroughly successful static fire. And if it is, then we will be moving forward very quickly to a launch in March, and that is beyond exciting. I think everybody is insanely excited about that. So once again, guys, deeply appreciate everybody tuning in. Please please subscribe, trying really hard to get to that 100,000. Make sure to join me, of course, tomorrow. There will be many channels providing coverage, all of them very good, but I hope you check in with me as well. I'll be covering this event all day, and until we have a successful static fire moving forward to a successful orbital launch, I urge all of you to stay angry about space.